Hi, this is Ashley Jackson. I'm the founder and owner of Funeral Advocates of America. We're here today at Westside Oasis on the west side of Las Vegas to bring together veterans and to have a sounding board to bring resources and just have a sense of community fellowship. It's been a great success and we look to have many more. Thank you.
I fight the VA every day on the veterans' behalf.
Good afternoon. My name is Grady Hayes. I'm a U.S. Army veteran, military policeman. I just wanted to bring some attention to and some visibility to one of the items I think are overlooked, and it's a high rate of suicides among veterans. 18.3% for veterans in general and 21.5% for female veterans. I think in our community, suicide and mental illness has negative connotations and never been addressed and never given the right focus on. And this is something that we need to look at and to bring attention to and to discuss in a real fashion.
I started my service in 1979. I spent 20 years in the military. My first decision was just to do 4, but then I said, well, I'll just do 4 more. Then I went on and said, okay, I'll just do 4 more and that's it. And then I looked back at it and said, well, heck, I got 12 years in, so I just might as well finish it out. So I went on ahead and finished out my time. And that's basically the gist of it. Now, after military service, was it hard to get back into civilian life? No, I don't think it was, because I prepared for civilian life while I was in the service.
So I joined the Air Force, and it changed my life. I mean, I've seen the world. I spent 3 years of my life in the Middle East. Like I said, I've been there, done that, and fairly successful. I like to think turned out to be okay. I possess a master's degree. None of this would have happened without the military. So I'm not quite sure who my audience is, but for all you young folks out there that's kind of like hanging out and kicking it and flousing and all this stuff, you might want to give the military a shot.
I think one of the toughest thing is I got out in 1986, and it wasn't like today. They just put you out back then, and I got out on a chapter. So I think one of the toughest things is for your family to realize that you're not a kid, that you have gone from a boy to a man in the military. So it's difficult for them.
I enlisted in Louisville, Kentucky back in 1981. I went and tested with 3 other of my friends. They were high school dropouts. I was the only one that did graduate from high school, and I was the only one that passed the test to come in to the military. And I spent 20 years in the Air Force. Why I selected the Air Force, it was something about that blue color as I was a kid. And then the summer before I did join, I worked a summer job for the CETA program at the Kentucky Air National Guard. And so I got to see the daily ins and outs of how military life was and how the Air Force was. And they all seemed happy, and I just looked at it as something I could do. And how did I imagine my military life before I joined, and what perceptions did I have after serving? Joining, I was in ROTC in high school, so I knew about the military, HUD 2-3, yes sir, no sir, those type things. I expected that, but the job aspects of it, my job was weapons tech, working with a low crew, and working on the F-15 was my first aircraft, so that was totally different than anything I experienced. But I had to take all of that experience when I got out, and I joined the Las Vegas Metro Police Department as a corrections officer. So a lot of the mechanics things I couldn't take out, but the leadership, and like I said, the uniform wears and things like that I could convert over. They helped me with my job after.